Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Palm Sunday. Sorry about this. All right. So, good morning, good morning. Hey, Lars. This morning we will be practicing a fast flow. So that does not mean you should X out if you don't want to do a fast flow. Though, if you don't want to do a fast flow, you can always search on Facebook #GlitterGoddessYoga, and you can find other flows that we've done. We've practiced every day since we've been in quarantine here in the Esek Hopkins Homestead. So definitely feel free to say, this is not for me, I'm going to do something else. But we had a few requests to do something a little bit more fast, a little bit more vigorous. So we're going to go for it today. And also you're welcome to be with us and just go at your own pace. You're welcome to skip postures. You're welcome to take a break and lie down in Shavasana or Child's Pose, or just give your body whatever else it needs and join us when you feel like it or if you don't feel like it. I'll just ask everyone to listen to their body and practice safety. And sometimes it's nice to find that space where we're pushing ourselves physically and remembering what we're capable of. But I would hate for anyone to get injured during this time in particular. So let's all be conservative with how much we push ourselves. And maybe this is not, virtual yoga is not the space to test our physical limits. So let's find our edges, know how much we can push ourselves, and really listen, particularly avoiding any sensations that feel like a pop, snap, or pinch in our body. So if we feel that sensation approaching, let's ease up. Okay, so I'm excited to practice and maybe sweat a bit with y'all this morning. And do your own thing. So I'm offering this fast flow. If you want to go halftime or if you want to make it your own, please do. I'd rather have you practicing with us and doing your own thing. So yeah, a reminder, this is also a fundraiser for queer trans PoC families in need. So before you log off, it would be really awesome to get some weekend donations on Venmo and Cashapp, so that we can support folks to refill prescriptions, get groceries and produce. Thanks to those of you who have dropped off some food and sent donations already. There's been so much generosity, and it's really inspiring to have this community. So thanks for practicing with us today. Let's go ahead and get started. Yes, San, do your own thing. All right. So, let me make sure also that I'm going to angle just a bit. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's find a comfortable seat just to center and drop into our breath. Let me also get Alrighty. Finding a nice comfy seat. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthening the spine, feeling that length in the top back of the head. Let's just observe the breath for a moment. Noticing how we're showing up to our practice today. Noticing what's on our mind, noticing how we're feeling. And let's just meet ourselves where we're at this morning. Sunday. What parts of our body are speaking to us? What parts of our body are we noticing? What parts of our body are we especially aware of this morning? And given that we're gonna do a faster flow this morning, let's check in with our intentions. Why are we here practicing asana and yoga together? How can we hold on to that intention during our fast flow today? And I'll invite us to start to slow the breath down, lengthening the inhale, exhaling to drop in, to sink in, inhaling to lengthen the spine, expand in the midsection, pull the pull the core down, exhaling to release, press the belly button in towards the spine, pushing the air out the lungs. Making each breath just a bit slower, just a bit longer, just a bit more controlled. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, relax. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, relax. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, relax. Let's take 4 seconds to inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. We'll hold the breath here for 4, and then we'll exhale down for 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're gonna stand up, taking on a little bit more vigorousness this morning. And okay, so in fact, just to make sure our angle can be seen, doing some good standing poses, maybe that helps. Sorry about these adjustments. Okay. All right, it's not perfect, but. Okay, so let's stand up. Feet parallel, preferably hip width apart. Knees slightly bent, micro bend in the knees to keep our knees safe and agile. Hips relaxed, maybe wiggle the hips a bit, roll the shoulders open, palms facing front here in Tadasana. Deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, grounding into the earth. Feel all the edges of the feet pressing into the floor. Feel the outer edges, the inner edges pressing down, maybe even lifting the arches to engage the quads. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Press the heels down as you fold down. Inhale, flat back, pressing on the shins. Top of the head reaching forward, hips reaching back. Exhale, fold, bend the knees and roll up. Roll the shoulders open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back to center. Again, going at our own pace, doing what we like, doing your own thing is totally fine. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, hinging forward, press the heels down. Inhale, flat back, pressing on the shins, top of the head reaching forward. Bend the knees, plant the hands, hop walker step into your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows, lowering down all the way or halfway. Inhaling into an upward dog or cobra. Shoulders down. Exhale, downward dog. Let's bend the knees here for our first downward dog. Hips reaching up and back. Lengthen the spine. All the edges of the feet pressing into the floor. If our knees are bent, we're lifting. If our legs are straightening, we can press the heels down. And gazing forward, bend the knees, hop walker step into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pressing the feet into the floor, reverse swan dive, up to standing. Exhale, back to center. I'm gonna take my socks off real quick. Grounding here in Tadasana Mountain Pose. Reconnecting with our feet in the earth. Inhale in, arms up. Exhale, press the heels down, hinging forward. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen the spine, feel the hips reach back. Bend the knees, plant the hands, hop walker step into your plank. All the knuckles pressing into the floor, deep breath in. Exhale, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Hips lifting up and back. Feel the base of the thumb joint pressing into the floor, shoulders in their sockets. Feel the shoulder blades widen across the upper back. Shoulders spreading wide. Gazing forward, bend the knees. Hop walker step into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pressing the feet into the floor. Reverse swan dive up. Exhale, back to center. All right, inhale into chair pose, bending the knees, hips reaching back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, flat back. Bend the knees, plant the hands, hop walker step into your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Press the shoulders down. Please don't sink into the shoulders. Lifting the hips up and back. Breathing deeply. Knees can be bent, legs can be straight. We can wiggle the hips. As long as we're lengthening the spine, as long as the base of our thumb joints pressing into the floor, shoulders in their sockets. All right, shifting the weight to the left foot, let's float the right leg up and draw the right foot forward, planting the right foot under the right knee, finding this nice, healthy, safe stack, protecting our joints, right knee on top of right ankle. Reach the left heel back for just a breath here, breathing in. Exhale. Let's drop the back heel. Pressing both feet into the floor, lifting up. Notice I have my right knee bent. I'm pressing the outer edge of my left foot. Fingertips stretch, reach, shoulders resting. Pressing the outer edge of the right foot, the outer edge of the left foot down. And let's cartwheel the hands down. Pressing the hands into the floor. Taking your plank, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, lifting the hips up and back. Pressing all the knuckles into the floor, shoulders in their sockets, lengthen the spine, flare the outer hips open. Shifting the weight to the right foot, float the left leg up. And drawing the left foot forward, carefully take your time, go at your own pace. Reaching the right heel back. Inhale, squeeze tight. Exhale, release into the floor. Dropping the back heel, press both feet into the floor as we press up, warrior two. My front knee is stacked right on top of the front ankle.
Outer edge of the back foot's pressing down to ground. Shoulders relax, fingertips stretch, reach. And cartwheeling the hands down. Framing the front foot, lift the back knee. Pressing the palms into the floor. Meeting in your plank. Feel free to drop the knees, feel free to drop the forearms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, shoulders down and back. Tucking the toes, use the core to lift up. Downward dog. And looking forward, bend the knees, hop, walk, or step into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. And exhale. Take another deep breath in, lengthen, press the feet into the floor. Exhale, grounding into the floor. Slight micro bend in the knees, relax the hips. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, chair pose, reaching the hips back. Lengthen the spine. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, folding forward. Shake the head no, nod the head yes. Inhale to bend at the knees. Exhale, straighten. Inhale to bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, flat back, pressing on the shins, top of the head reaching forward, hips reaching back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and hop, walk, or step into your plank. Holding the core here. Feel free to move to forearms. Feel free to drop the knees. Feel free to move into a side plank. And on your next exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Using the core to lift up. All right, here in downward dog. Shoulders in their sockets, all the knuckles pressing down. Shoulder blades spread wide. Shifting the weight to the left foot, let's float the right leg up. Let's go ahead and bend this right knee. Opening the hips, let's circle this right hip. Drawing big circles with the right hip. Change the direction of our circles. Stretch, lengthen the leg. And floating the right foot forward, plant the right foot. Breathing into this low lunge, reach the left heel back or drop the back knee, which I'm demoing. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Now, stretching the right leg long, flex the right ankle, foot, toes. If you want to have some cushion under this left knee, it can feel really nice to have a blanket or a towel. All right, inhale, lengthen the spine, puff the chest forward. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Keep this right foot actively flexing. We can use the floor, some books or pillows or blocks, or we can hold on to the ankle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Floating forward back to this assisted low lunge. Taking a moment here, stretching this right leg long once more. Let's flex this right ankle, foot, toes. Rotate at the right hip so that our right foot points out. So we've rotated our whole leg. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Maybe giving some topical heat to the outer thigh, to our IT band. Folding here. Keep actively flexing this right foot. Deep breaths. And lifting up, bending this right knee. Let's heel toe the right foot out just a bit so that our right toes are angled out, our right foot's pointing out. We can lean forward, we can bend this knee, and we can even flop this right knee out just a bit. Let's keep the inside of the right foot pressing down. We can let the left hip sink down just a bit. This is a great place to be. We can tuck the back toes and lift the back knee. We can also lower to our forearms. Take a few breaths here. Keep pressing the inside of the right foot down. And coming back, pressing up. Let's drop that back knee if you haven't already. Planting the left hand into the floor, bending the back knee, reach the right arm up and back, and see if we can just reach towards the toes. We don't have to grab on, you can if you want to, but it's really just about opening up this left hip flexor, using strength to build mobility here. Press the left shoulder down into the floor. One more deep breath. Exhale, release. Planting the hand to the floor, lift the back knee, take the plank of your choice, and inhale here, exhale down, inhale upward dog, exhale downward dog. Lift the hips up and back, and shifting the weight to the right foot, let's float the left leg up, bending the left knee, open the left hip, circle the left knee, big circles with the left knee. Change the direction of our circles. And stretch the left leg long, floating the left knee forward. Hold for however long you can. Plant the left foot gently. Holding this lunge, feel free to drop the back knee. Inhale, squeeze the hips in towards each other. Exhale, deepen. Let the hips sink heavy. If we haven't already, lower the back knee, lengthen the left leg, flex the left ankle foot toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, puff the chest forward, reach the chest forward to fold. Keep the left ankle flexed, engaging the calf, engaging the hamstrings. Deep breaths here. Floating forward. Walk the hands to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe the left foot open just a bit so that our left foot is pointing outwards. We can let the left knee flop out just a bit. And we can drop the back knee, lift the back knee. We can lower to our forearms, whatever feels good. Just a few breaths here. As long as we keep pressing the inner edge of the left foot down. Drop that back knee if you haven't already. Planting the right wrist under the right shoulder. Press the right shoulder into the floor. Bending the back knee. Reaching the left arm up and back. Again, we can just reach. We don't have to grab. Keep pressing the inside of the left foot into the floor. Deep breaths here. Gently release. Planting the foot. Heel toe the foot in. Stretch the left leg long. I went in a slightly different order. Sorry about that. Flex the left ankle foot toes. Now rotating at the left hip. Left foot pointing out. Our whole leg is rotated. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Keep that left foot flexed. Nice deep breaths. Maybe give some topical heat to our IT band on the outer thigh and outer hip. Gently release. Coming back to center. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, Meeting in your plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. All the knuckles pressing into the floor, hips reaching up and back, shoulders in their sockets, shoulder blades spread wide. Lengthen the spine, flare the outer hips open. Gazing forward, bend the knees, hop, walker, step into a forward fold. Bending the knees here, let's just let the head feel heavy. Nice deep breaths, pressing the inner edges of the feet down. Bending the knees, go ahead and slowly roll up. Open the chest, open the shoulders. Give a few nice big shoulder rolls here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, lengthen, press the feet into the floor, lift the arches. Exhale, grounding into the floor. Inhale into chair pose, reaching the hips back, lengthen the spine. Careful not to overly tilt in either direction. Shoulders in their sockets. Inhale, exhale back. Inhale, reach. Exhale back. Inhale, reach. Exhale back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, diving forward. Press the feet into the floor. Shake the head no, nod the head yes. Inhale, flat back, pressing on the shins. Top of the head reaching forward. Bend the knees, plant the hands, hop, walker, step into your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Lengthen the spine. Knuckles pressing into the floor, shoulders in their sockets, shoulder blades widening. And shifting the weight to the left, lift the right leg up. And floating the right foot forward, plant the right foot. Bend the right knee, stack the right knee on top of the right ankle. Drop the back heel, press both feet into the floor, pressing our body up. Shoulders resting, fingertips stretching open. Check your alignment, making sure that our knee is safe and protected. Let's flip the front palm, reaching forward, reaching up, and breathing into the right oblique. Please don't press on this left knee. Reaching up and forward, breathing into the left side. Feel this stretch from the left fingertips down the whole left side body to the left pinky toe, pressing into the floor. Clasp the hands behind the back. Humble warrior, lower down to the inside of the right knee. Gently release. And walk the hands to the inside. Parallel wide fold. Hello. Pressing the outer edges of the feet into the floor. Feel free to bend the knees if you want. We're just going to hang heavy here for a moment. Reaching the left arm forward, thread the right arm through, take a nice twist here, this wide standing fold. Inhale, lengthen, expand. Exhale, deepen the twist. Let's take the other side, reaching the right arm forward, thread the left arm through. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Coming back to center. And we're going to walk the hands to the other side. So we might be facing a different direction now. Feel free to adjust if you want to face the camera. I don't care how you transition, but we're meeting in this lunge with the left knee stacked on top of the left foot, left ankle, and the right heel's reaching back. Deep breath here. Exhale, release. Rolling the back heel down. Press the feet into the floor in order to push ourselves up. Use the strength in our legs to press up. Keep this left knee stacked. Hips open. Fingertips stretch, reach. Flip the front palm, reaching forward, reaching up and back, breathing into the left side. Bend that left knee just a bit more. For safety, check. Reaching up and forward, breathing into the right side. Feel the whole right side lengthen from right pinky toe, pressing into the floor to right fingertips. Clasp the hands behind the back. Humble warrior, pushing the hands away from the back. Gently release. Framing the foot, lift the back heel, press the hands into the floor, meeting in your plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward dog. Or cobra, shoulders pressing down. Exhale for our last downward dog. Inhale, lengthen, shoulders in their sockets. All the knuckles pressing down. Really trying to get the most of this downward dog. Maybe our knees are bent, we're flaring the outer hips up and back. Maybe our knees are straight with a slight micro bend and we're pressing the heels into the floor. This time we can walk the hands back to a forward fold. Shake it out a little bit here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, moving into a chair. Exhale, arms back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. Inhale, pressing into the floor. Arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, back to heart center. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, shoulders relax, feet grounding into the floor. Okay, so now, I'll invite us to just open the feet a little bit wider. Go ahead and outwardly rotate so that our feet are pointing out. That's okay, we don't need to be parallel here. And then, if you have a stack of books or blocks or pillows, those might come in handy. We're gonna do a goddess squat. So I'm just gonna take 2 pillows and stack them right here. Getting back in position. My knees are bending out. My knees are bending in the direction of my feet. As I lower down, and we can hold it without bolsters or support underneath if you want, or we can have the support to just lean into and deepen. Inhale, lengthen, shoulders back, shoulders open, chest open. Exhale, try to release the hips heavy. And I'm actually gonna see if I can take one pillow out. I don't think I can get to my pillow, but that's okay. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to deepen. Remember to press both edges of the feet down. I'm especially needing to be mindful of my outer edges because I'm leaning in towards my inner edges. Pressing the feet into the floor to lift up. Okay, very nice. So, let's move our pillows to the side and let's do a little hip opening moment. All right, so checking in with parallel feet. We're gonna shift the weight to the left foot, bringing the right foot to just the toes. Now the key to balance here is finding something still and small in the room to focus your attention. So I'm looking at like a nail in the hardwood floor. I'm gonna focus on that. My weight is shifted to the left foot. I'm gonna lift my right ankle up behind me. I'm gonna see what I can do to grab onto that right ankle from the outside. And I'm just gonna hold here, okay? Finding focus and balance. Feel free to hold onto a wall for support too. You don't have to do this without support by any means. All right, and adjusting that hand to grab onto the inside of the right ankle, we're gonna press this right hip forward. So opening up, finding length in the front body, Press the right hip flexor forward. Reaching the left arm up. Keep a slight micro bend in that left knee for fine-tuned balance support. Kicking the right foot up and back. Reaching the left arm forward. Keep staring at your focal point and pressing back. It's okay if we fell out safely. It's okay if we're holding a wall. Gently release. Let's take on the other side. So here, right foot planted, left knee bent. We'll go ahead and grab onto the outside of the left ankle first. Finding our still focal point. Really feeling our groundedness in the right foot. Letting the right foot just relax into its base. All right, now grabbing onto the inner edge of this left ankle. Go ahead and press this left hip forward. Press the front body open. And kicking the left foot back, right arm reaches up. Gently leaning forward, kick the left foot back. Stare at your focal point. And gently release back to center, trying to stay in control as we release down. Okay, shake it out a little bit. And we are going to move to the floor. So you'll be able to see me now. Okay. Coming to the floor. Jani Shirsasana, first side. Stretching the left leg long. Press the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Flex and point the left ankle foot toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, reach the chest forward. With every inhale, reach the head away from hip center. And exhale to fold just a bit deeper. Let's really aggressively press this left knee into the floor. Press the left hamstring, the left calf into the floor. Using our strength to build mobility. Using our strength to be more flexible, using our strength to be more adaptable. It's important to remember our strength, y'all. Rolling up. Left arm across the body, grabbing onto the right knee. Reaching the right arm up and over for this twist. Pressing the right hip down. Right shoulder searches into the back space. Deep breath. Press the obliques out on the inhale. Expand. Exhale. Deepen the twist. Reaching right arm up and back. Switching sides. Stretch the right leg long. Press the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale. Lengthen the spine. Exhale. Folding forward. Reach the chest forward. Trying to keep that spine flat. Really focusing on the pelvic tilt. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Press the right knee down. Press the right hamstring down. Engaging the strength of the right hip to press the right leg into the floor for isometric work. The safest way to build flexibility and mobility here, using our strength. And rolling up, putting the right hand across the body, grabbing onto the left knee, left arm comes up and over. Press the left hip down and back. Left shoulder searches into our back space. Inhale, expand. Press the obliques out. Exhale, deepen. Reaching the left arm up and back, coming back to center. Stretch both legs long. Alternate flex and point in the ankle, feet, toes. Let's roll the wrists. Now, we did a lot of wrist work today that if you've been practicing with me, we haven't done that many vinyasas. So if you're having wrist issues or you want some advice, just send me a DM. If anything, you want advice or have questions or you're uncertain of, send me a message, record a video, try to tape it out, send me photos. I'm more than happy to answer questions and give support, especially to make sure that everyone who's practicing with us is practicing safely. Let's draw the feet in towards each other. Open the feet like a book. Grabbing onto the ankles, inhale, lengthen the spine, open the chest, shoulders spread wide. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Feel the pelvis tilting forward. It's not so much about the spine and the head getting to the feet. It's about a lengthened spine. Chest should be the first thing to touch the floor so that our pelvis is really focusing on its tilt. We're opening up our hip flexors. We're opening up our outer hips, our adductors. Gently roll up. Okay, let's hug the right shin into the floor. Sorry, into our arms, just like we're cradling. This is not how you cradle a baby, never mind. Let's rock our shin open and close like a hinge on a door, rocking front to back. Let's release the right hand to the back right corner. Let's roll on this right hip just for a moment, finding any tension that we can massage out in our piriformis, which is so easily inflamed and so easily brings lower back pain and hip flexor pain, sciatic pain. Gently release, other side. Hugging the left shin in. Let's open and close. Rocking front to back. Release the left arm back. Rolling into that back left corner. Rock and roll here. Gently release when you're ready. Feel free to stay there as long as you like. We're going to lower this left shin so that the left shin is parallel to our shoulder line. We'll bring the right foot across, planting it outside the left knee. Let's hug this right knee. And the first work is sitting this right hip down. We can always put a pillow or some cushion under there so that we can really truly let our nervous system ease into that. If you're able to, we can also start working on closing knee on top of ankle, ankle on top of knee. Be careful not to let the foot slide in. We really want to protect the ankles and calves here. So keep the ankle stacked on top of knee, flexing both feet. Some of us, the work might be getting here. And again, you can stuff a blanket or a pillow underneath this knee so that you can just really let your nervous system sink into that, okay? No matter what, we can all be reaching the chest forward to open up the outer hips. We can also modify with foot planted like this. This is a great place to be. And you can also do this on your back, like this. Okay? So wherever you are, if you are in a stack like me, you can also work on folding. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Using support like a pillow or cushion to lean into. Let your nervous system just sink in and deepen. Slow, long, lengthened breaths. When you're ready, rise up. Switching sides. Rest the right shin down. Bring the left foot to the outside of the right knee. Hugging this left knee. The first work is sitting this left hip down. Maybe putting some cushion underneath. Maybe working to close left hip, left knee on top of right ankle. Ankle on top of knee. Maybe putting some cushion underneath that left knee for support. Flexing both feet. Inhale, lengthen. Modify however feels good to you. And folding forward. Even if it's just energetically reaching forward and you don't feel like it's much of a fold, that's okay. That's going to still do some work to open up and release tension in the outer hips. Stay here as long as you like. Feel free to pause. Feel free to come back here. I could be in these stack logs for days. Gently release. And before we move on to our back, do we have time? We'll do a pigeon another day. I want to do a pigeon, but let's save it for when we really have the time to settle into that. So now we're going to scoot forward, Planting the feet, bending the knees. Inhale, reaching forward. Exhale, slowly lower down. Take your time. Try to hold your core all the way down. Once you get there, we can rock the knees from side to side. Planting both feet, pressing the knees into the floor. Stacking the knees over the ankles, pressing the feet into the floor, lift the hips up. Shoulders walk in towards each other, shoulder blades, to kind of lift the chest up even more. Fingertips stretch, reach. With each inhale, we can lift the pelvis up, press the hip flexors open, use the core, press the feet. Exhale, slowly lower down. Now, we're going to do 2 more bridges, or back bends. So you can give yourself another one of those, which feels really nice. You can also take on a full wheel if that's part of your practice. And something in between that I'll offer is a reverse tabletop. So stacking wrists under shoulders, fingertips pointing towards our body, towards our heels. Pressing the feet into the floor, press up. With each inhale, pressing the hips up. You can let the head relax back, that's totally fine. Careful not to sink into the shoulders. Press the shoulders, press all the knuckles into the floor, deep breath. Exhale, lower. And we can take another tabletop, we can take another downward dog, or another wheel, if that's part of your practice. I would say this is not the day to try wheel for the first time in a virtual yoga class. If you want to practice wheel, just shoot me a message and I'll help you figure out how to build that into your practice. Putting the palms next to our ears, fingertips pointing towards our shoulders, pressing the feet into the floor, lift the hips, pressing up. Feel free to take a tabletop again or a bridge. Paying attention to our sensations. Safety is key. Lift the hips up. Gently lower down. Let's rock the knees from side to side once more. Pressing the bottoms of the feet into each other, open the knees, open the hips. Reclined butterfly here. Drawing the knees back together, hug the knees into the chest. Rounding the spine just a bit. Open the knees wide. Now we can stay right here. Knees open, hips open. We can also grab the outer edges of the feet, stacking ankles on top of knees. Head resting on the floor, shoulders melting into the floor. Press the whole spine down, upper spine, middle spine, and the lower back. Try to get the sacrum down. Try to get the hips and pelvis down. This is work, y'all. Deep breaths. Slower, deeper breaths. Working to let go of tension as we exhale. Gently release. Give your body anything else it needs. And we'll meet in Shavasana. Feel free to elevate the knees, the legs, whatever feels good. Feel free to put a little bit of cushion under the neck, maybe a rolled up blanket, maybe a little bit of elevation under the head, but not much. We don't want to have our chin to our chest here. We want to just be able to rest with a long lengthened spine. Walk the shoulders down. Maybe putting the palms face down to feel grounded. Maybe palms up to cultivate openness. Just grounding into the earth here. Shavasana, corpse pose. A reminder that we're all dying, but we're not dead yet. We will finish this practice we will have space to bring this practice into our life today. The lessons that we learned on the mat, the wisdom our body shared with us on the mat, we can take that to our Sunday, we can take that to our week. We are all in crisis. Taking this time where we don't have to process, we don't have to do, we don't have to organize. Maybe you have kids running around your house right now. Just for a few seconds, see if you can just be here. Just let your whole body be supported by the earth. Let everything you have be supported by the earth. Releasing all of our weights. Relax the ankles and toes. Relax the knees, the thighs, the hips. Relaxing the whole spine. And if you find a part of your body that's not relaxed, let's just put a pillow under it. Add some cushion, add some support so that our body doesn't have to work. We want to minimize the work here. Shoulders heavy, elbows heavy, wrists heavy. Relax all the knuckles. Relax the jaw. Relax the cheekbones, the eyelids, the eyebrows, even relax the forehead. Embodying softness. Giving our nervous system space to function properly. When we're in crisis, our nervous system is in its trauma, crisis, triggered response mode. And this compromises our immune system, our vital organs. So right now we're just giving space to regulate blood flow, to keep our sex drive balanced, digestion at its fuller capacity. You can give yourself 7 minutes. If there's one piece of yoga I want you to do every day, it's the Shavasana. Give yourself 7 to 15 minutes of just resting. This is what decolonization looks like. These systems are not designed to incentivize self-care or to take care of our bodies. And now more than ever, we have to take care of our individual body and the collective body in such an intense way. So when we pause and log on to Facebook Live or do just a quick stretch at our desk or a quick deep breath with our loved ones, we're decolonizing our practice to put production, product, capitalism aside and just focus on our relationship with our body and our health, our well-being. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bringing our attention back to our bodies on this floor, in this room, with each other on Facebook or YouTube. Let's take 3 sighs of relief, breathing in. Breathing in. One more time, let it all out, y'all. Breathing in. Rolling over to the right side, curling up in a ball,
Find a moment of comfort here in the fetal position. Take your time. Stay here as long as you like. Go back into Shavasana for as long as you like. But if you are ready to stand up or work to bring our practice off the mat, if you're ready for that, we can sit up gently. Rest the hands as they are. Bring the hands to heart center, or rest the hands over the heartbeat. Want to acknowledge that some of us might have been in our stretch zone doing a differently paced class. Noticing what that felt like. Noticing what ways you listened to your body and made your own path in your practice today. Noticing how we reacted in our inner dialogue to this flow. I know I needed this today on Sunday. I'm really feeling good after lots of moving. And to close out our practice, a breath to first for the ancestors we bring to our space, and for the indigenous people who were on this land before colonization, breathing in and out. A breath to thank yourself for your practice today, breathing in and out. A breath to appreciate others for their support, breathing in and out. A breath for the intentions and well-being of everyone in this community we're building together and everyone in the world, breathing in and out. The loving human in me bows down to the loving human in you. Namaste. Okay, well, I definitely got sweaty. Would really, really love to know what you thought, particularly for our flow today. I don't remember, or I do remember who requested something a little faster. Curious if this met your needs. Curious if you want something more fast, or if you're looking for new challenges. I love scheduling these thematic classes for our virtual Glitter Goddess yoga practice. So if send me your feedback if you have any ideas for how we can improve in this virtual yoga space, or if you have any needs that you want us to address. I would love, love, love to incorporate your needs into our flows next week. And please donate on Venmo or Cashapp to support queer, trans, PoC families in need. We've been able to send $6,000 into queer, trans, PoC homes in the past 3 weeks, thanks to your generosity and your compassion. So send me notes, send me feedback. And if you're interested in making a donation, I'll post my Venmo and Cash App info, and you can also just send me a message and we can figure it out together. All right. Thanks so much. Sending you lots of love, and we'll see y'all for morning practice tomorrow.